Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU is a public sector organization. To represent and assist government teachers in Sabah, Malaysia, the Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU was founded. It was established to meet the requirements and difficulties faced by local educators. Teachers can express their problems and look for ways to better their personal and professional life through the union. With a focus on teacher welfare, it is essential in improving communication between educators and the government. Other than that, the SGTU promotes equitable pay, improved working conditions, and professional growth for Sabah educators. The union negotiates with government agencies to resolve problems, including poor facilities and excessive workloads. Through campaigns, training, and seminars, it advances teachers' interests and improves their abilities for contemporary teaching. Benefits from membership include networking opportunities and legal help, which is promote harmony and group advocacy for educational advancement. The SGTU is essential to improving the welfare of educators and raising the standard of education in the area. Next, structure and membership. The Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU is organized for effective representation through a hierarchical framework led by an elected executive committee, including a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. This committee oversees activities and communicates with authorities, ensuring democratic member input in leadership selections. The union has various subcommittees addressing specific tasks such as welfare, education policies, professional development, and membership affairs. Additionally, regional branch enhance representation and accessibility across Sabah, facilitating efficient issue resolution for teachers. Membership in the Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU is accessible to all government teachers in Sabah for a nominal fee, providing various benefits such as support with workplace issues, training opportunities, and a platform for concerns. The union promotes active member participation through meetings and voting, fostering transparency and accountability. This structures organizations enables the SGTU to effectively advocate for teachers' needs and aspirations in Sabah. Finance or source of income. The Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU primarily generates income from monthly and annual membership fees, which are essential for supporting its operations. Additionally, the union recognizes the significance of the RM64.1 billion allocation from budget 2025 to the Ministry of Education, which is KPM, which is expected to improve the education sector and benefit teachers across the country. SGTU generates funds through fundraising events, donations, sponsorships, and occasionally government grants. These resources enable support for larger initiatives and cover significant administrative costs, which may consume up to 40% of annual income, which is RM 480,000. The union also invests in professional development programs, legal support for members, and welfare activities, utilizing a substantial portion of its budget for these efforts. SGTU focuses on advocacy campaigns, training workshops, and member engagement to fulfill its missions. Moreover, it conducts regular audits for transparency and accountability in financial management, which helps maintain member trust while balancing income and expenses to achieve its goals. The Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU engage in collective bargaining to improve teachers' working conditions and safeguard their rights. It negotiates salaries, working hours, and other employment conditions with educational authorities, crucial to its role as a trade union. The SGTU can initiate collective bargaining after official recognition by the employer. This involves submitting proposals and negotiating on behalf of its members to uphold fair labor standards and address teachers' concerns. Agreements reached are sent to the industrial court for review and formalization into enforceable awards. The bargaining process in Malaysia is complicated by intricate labor law that can delay negotiations, as unions are restricted from addressing issues like promotions or dismissals. When deadlock occurs, cases are escalated to the Director General of Industrial Relations or the Industrial Court, often taking years to resolve. And if collective bargaining fails, the SGTU can initiate strikes or pickets with proper legal support. Through such actions have become rare due to stricter regulations. Collective agreements remain crucial for defining employment conditions and promoting industrial harmony, with SGTU actively advocating for teachers' rights and enhance their work environment. KGKS, the Sabah Government Teachers Union, actively supports its members and the educational community through various initiatives. It advocates for fair treatment of teachers, including revising housing incentive eligibility criteria due to Sabah's unique geography. The union also organized professional development programs, such as the 2024 Empowerment Program, to enhance teacher skills. Furthermore, KGKS engaged educators by issuing new membership cards, which help strengthen its membership and representation in decision-making. KGKS holds regular discussions with government bodies like the Ministry of Education to tackle issues affecting teachers, including workload and teaching conditions. Recently, they discussed new public service remuneration systems. Additionally, KGKS organized social and community events such as annual general meetings, which is AGMS, and workshops to foster camaraderie among members and address policy updates and best practice in education. The Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU advocates for teachers' rights in Sabah, Malaysia, but faces significant challenges. Key issues include limited resources and funding in the inadequate infrastructure, heavy workloads and recruitment difficulties. Budget constraints particularly affect rural schools, hindering access to essential facilities and teaching aids. The SGTU also continually pushes for increased government funding, but the process is often slow, complicated, and further complicated by Sabah's geographic and economic conditions. First recommendation is the Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU should enhance its advocacy for increased funding and resources for education in Sabah by lobbying for higher budget allocations aimed at improving rural schools. By highlighting disparities in educational resources, the SGTU can mobilize community support and attract media attention. There will be pressing policymakers to prioritize educational funding. Public campaigns and spotlight challenges faced by rural educators and can raise awareness and encourage community engagement in seeking solutions for educational reforms. Secondly, implementing strong professional development programs is essential for improving teacher skills. The SGTU should partner with educational authorities to create accessible training, especially for those in remote areas, through digital modules, workshops and seminars on modern teaching methods. Classroom management and technology integration can further enhance educators' capabilities. Prioritizing continuous professional development will empower teachers and benefit students. Other recommendation is support system for teachers facing heavy workloads must be improved through negotiations between the SGTU and the government. The SGTU should advocate for more support staff to handle administrative tasks, allowing teachers to focus on education. Regular assessment of workload distribution are essential for fairness. By presenting data on teacher workloads and their negative impacts on mental health and job satisfaction, the SGTU can argue for systematic changes, such as flexible scheduling and smaller class sizes to create a better teaching environment. To enhance its effectiveness, the SGTU should strengthen communication strategy to engage members. Implementing regular newsletters, online forums, and interactive workshops will facilitate dialogue, fostering community and participation in decision-making. Conducting surveys to gather feedback on members' needs will ensure initiatives align with expectations. Cultivating an inclusive culture that enhances the union's legitimacy as a representative body for teachers in Sabah. Providing robust legal support for members facing workplace challenges is essential for the SGTU. The union should establish a dedicated legal assistance fund to help members with disputes or grievances, covering legal fees for unfair dismissals or violations of teachers' rights. Additionally, organizing workshops to educate members about their legal rights within the education sector empowers them to advocate confidently for themselves. Strengthening legal support benefits individual members and reinforce the union's commitment to protecting their interests. In conclusion, the Sabah Government Teachers Union SGTU and the National Union of Transport Equipment and Allied Industries Workers are crucial in promoting their members' rights and welfare. While each faces unique sector challenges, they aim to enhance working conditions, wages, and professional development. This SGTU is particularly focused on advocating for teachers in Sabah, addressing issues like underfunding and infrastructure inadequacies. By enhancing advocacy and support for teachers, the SGTU aims to improve job satisfaction and the overall quality of education.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Azuanika and I will be presenting on Kesatuan Kakitangan Petroleum Nasional Berhad or KAPENAS, which is the private sector trade union selected for this assignment. KAPENAS was established in 1985 and serves as the representative body for eligible non-executive employees within Petronas. The union's primary role is to protect employee welfare, represent members' interests, and promote harmonious industrial relations between employees and management. KAPENAS Sabah is managed by an elected executive committee consisting of the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and EXCO members. In Sabah, the union represents members from various Petronas entities, including Petronas Dagangan Berhad, Petronas Carigali Sdn Berhad, Petronas Gas and Floating LNG Operations, and Petronas Chemicals Fertilizer Sabah. Members are located throughout Sabah, including Kota Kinabalu, Sandakan, Tawau, and Sipitang. Each member contributes a monthly fees of RM5 through salary deduction. The primary source of income for KAPENAS is membership subscription fees. Members contribute RM5 monthly, which is used to support union administration, member engagement activities, and election-related expenses. However, official engagements involving human resources, employee relations, management, and collective bargaining activities are generally supported by Petronas. This includes travel expenses, accommodation, and mileage claim. One of KAPENA's most important responsibilities is collective bargaining. The latest collective agreement covers the period from 2025 until 2027. The bargaining process typically begins approximately 1 year before the expiry of the existing agreement. Several negotiation sessions are conducted before the final bargaining session takes place at Petronas headquarters in Kuala Lumpur. Once agreement is reached, both parties sign a memorandum of understanding and the collective agreement. Awareness and upskilling sessions are then conducted across locations to ensure members understand the new provisions. KAPENAS conducts a variety of activities to support employees and maintain effective industrial relations. These activities include collective agreement awareness sessions, employee representation, welfare assistance programs, and member engagement initiatives. The union also participates in quarterly employee relations meetings and quarterly union management meetings to discuss workplace concerns and employee welfare. Kapenas faces several challenges in carrying out its responsibilities. The first challenge is the increasing number of employee concerns received from different business units and locations. Another challenge is the number of meetings that require union participation, including quarterly employee relations and union management meetings. In addition, employees sometimes raise concerns through inappropriate channels. For example, issues involving ergonomic chairs or unsuitable safety footwear are often raised to Kapenas even though they should be addressed by HSE or facilities management. The union must also balance employee expectation with business sustainability. Although both SGTU and Kapenas aim to protect employee welfare and promote harmonious industrial relations, they operate in different environments. SGTU represents government teachers in the public sector, while Kapenas represents non-executive Petronas employees in the private sector. The main difference lies in their collective bargaining power. SGTU mainly focuses on consultation and advocacy because employment terms are largely governed by government policies and regulations. In contrast, Kapenas directly negotiates with Petronas management through collective bargaining, resulting in a formal collective agreement. The issues handled by both unions are also different. SGTU focuses on educational matters such as teachers' workload, infrastructure, and professional development, whereas Kapenas focuses on employee welfare, benefits, workplace conditions, and safety-related concerns. Overall, while both unions serve the same purpose of protecting employees' interests, Kapenas operates in a more flexible private sector environment, whereas SGTU operates within a more regulated public sector framework. Based on the challenges identified, several recommendations can be implemented to improve the effectiveness of Kapenas. Firstly, Kapenas should establish a structured issue management system to categorize the track employee concerns more efficiently. Secondly, awareness programs should be conducted to educate employees on the proper escalation channels. This would help ensure the issues are directed to the correct departments, such as HSC, Facilities Management, Human Resources, and Employee Relations. Thirdly, Kapenas should continue strengthening collaboration with HSC, HR, and management to improve issue resolution and employee welfare. In addition, digital communication platforms can be utilized to improve engagement with members located across different regions of Sabah. Finally, maintaining a collaborative industrial relations approach will help balance employee welfare with organizational sustainability and support long-term industrial harmony. In conclusion, Kapenas plays an important role in representing and protecting the interests of non-executive Petronas employees. Throughout collective bargaining, employee representation, welfare initiatives, and engagement with management, the union contributes significantly to maintaining harmonious industrial relations within Petronas. Despite facing challenges such as increasing employee concerns, diverse workforce expectation, and communication complexities, Kapenas continues to serve as an effective platform for employee representation. Overall, Kapenas acts as an important bridge between employees and management, helping to protect employee welfare while supporting the long-term success and sustainability of the organization. Thank you.